So, Tech Assessment 2. I've chosen one of the examples that were given to us, and specifically the granular synthesizer, and I've tweaked him a little bit in order to make it work in a way that I would like it. So, what's going on here? How this synthesizer works now? It's got three different modes, which can be turned on and off by commenting and uncommenting the these lines here. So if you want to use the first the smooth frequency mapping, for example, all you need to do is just remove uncomment this and comment this command line here. So basically every time only one needs to be active in order for it to work the way you want it to. What I've done here, I've tweaked the stepped pentatonic mapping scale, and I've changed it from having numbers, from having the same number as this one. I've changed it to having specific frequency numbers that would represent the natural A minor scale and G minor scale, as it says here. Also, coming down here, what I've done was, because the grain 1 and grain 2 were playing so fast you couldn't notice the difference between the two of them, I've added a delay in between of them of 25 milliseconds in order to make them be more distinguishable one with the other. Lastly, what I've added was the mapping, which is down here, and what it does is, because the touch resistor, the sensor I have here, touch resistant sensor I have here, was going from 0 to 461, and that was the final point it was reaching. I'm opted to go from 0 to 461 to 0 to 1023. Also, the same thing happened for the frequency mapping. The difference here was that it was going from 1 to 400, and then I changed it from 1 to 400 to go from 0 to 1023 again. So this is the device here, and what we have here is the Arduino board, a speaker, and the breadboard, which is the actual synthesizer. This sensor here, the touch resistance sensor, controls the frequency, the repetition of the frequency, how fast it will be triggered. The higher the pressure in that one, the faster the grains are triggered. So if you press it, if you do high pressure, you have high pressure in it, it will sound as a sequential line without having any gaps. While if you just touch it, it will sound like it's got gaps in between. For example, when I touch it a little bit, it sounds like one after the other, like a sequence. Well, now it sounds as a note if I press it harder. And how this works is that we have the grain 1 here. The first two represent the grain 1, and the last two represent the grain 2. This is the pitch. This is the first two of each grain are the pitches, and the second two are the decays. And that's pretty much the setup of the granular synthesizer and the code.